can utilize the microorganism and produce whatever the material you want to produce. So here we have different type of microorganisms which can produce the hydrogen naturally by the natural process. Only the problem of the biological hydrogen production is the low yield. So, as I mentioned, the biological hydrogen production processes are becoming important mainly due to they can utilize renewable energy resources. They are usually operated at ambient temperature, and all other like gasification or the pyrolysis are required high temperature. They require less energy and are less expensive. However, the major constraint is the commercialization of these processes because it has a lower hydrogen yield and rates of hydrogen production, lower rate of hydrogen production. So there are 5 processes. In all the processes, there are 2 enzymes which majorly plays a role. That is a hydrogenase and nitrogenase enzyme. In whether it is a direct biophotolysis or it is an indirect biophotolysis. So in a direct biophotolysis, it utilizes the solar energy and photosynthetic system of algae to convert water into chemical energy. So the water is split into hydrogen and oxygen. There is a mechanism like how the H2O is first converted to the 2 hydrogen plus and electrons, and then the enzyme utilizes those 2 electrons to combine the 2 atoms of the hydrogen in a form of hydrogen, H2. Similarly, indirect photolysis, where in step 1, the cyanobacteria, again it's an algae, assemble water and CO2 into the glucose and oxygen through a complex process by photosynthesis. So first it forms the glucose, and then in a second reaction, it further converted to the 12 molecules of the hydrogen. So it breaks down. Third is the water gas shift reaction. This is based because of the specific microorganism. So they can utilize the CO as its sole carbon source to grow, because CO also has a carbon, and every species required a carbon source for growth. So this growth occurs both in the light and in the dark. So the dark reaction, which has the additionally property of splitting water and oxidizing CO. So further it is oxidized by the microorganisms, that CO plus H2O, and produces the hydrogen. In the photofermentation and dark photofermentation, again the similar reaction, but there are different microbial species which are responsible for those reactions. So as I mentioned, mostly the mechanism is same, only it is because of the 2 enzymes present in the either algae or the microorganisms like hydrogenase and nitrogenase, but only the reaction paths are different. So this is what, and then I will directly come to the conclusions, where the increasing industrial activities for energy production in all over the world lead to the environmental pollution. As you have seen, there is a solid waste. Hydrogen is found an energy carrier in a reliable and sustainable energy supply system, and biomass has a potential, a reliable renewable energy resource for hydrogen production. So the thermochemical pyrolysis and gasification hydrogen production methods are economically viable. However, now the biological hydrogen production are also taken, because everybody is working on the environmental friendly system. So these are also coming in big way, and only the problem which is the less yield, which may be sorted out later. Here are some references. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful speech. Now, I request Ms. Komal Mehna ma'am to give a floral welcome to Mr. Ashok Bell, sir. Professor S.K. Jana, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. S.K. Jana, sir, to please come up on the stage and take your respective chair.
Professor S.K. Jana, sir, please come up on the stage and take your respective place, please. You may have your place over there. Thank you so much, sir. Before calling our second prominent speaker for now, I would like to introduce our Professor S.K. Jana, sir, the Associate Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, MIT Jaipur. Sir, your research interests are separation technology, chemical reaction engineering, industrial pollution abatement. Sir, you have done your PhD in chemical engineering from IIT Delhi. Accomplished your ME in Chemical Engineering from Jaipur University. You did your BTech in Chemical Engineering from University of Calcutta. So this is our honor to have you with us, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, sir, this is our humble request to please come upon the stage and share your precious words with us. Sir, please come.
The waste that is trash that is kept in a machinery work inside, and the gas formed is taken out for production of energy, and the leachate that is collected and treated, okay? So that the disadvantages just you have already seen just now, people are not affected by those things. here is a typical mass burning facility. You can see here that you have got waste, say, will come later, that these waste must have to be dried to the required moisture content, otherwise it's very difficult to burn. You will have a crane to put it into the incinerator. You will have the high temperature gas generator will be utilized for generation of steam, which will be utilized for power production, steam generator. And, but when you burn the fuel, in this particular case, you will have a lot of ashes. Okay, so the gas is to be treated properly for removal of gas, for removal of dust particle before that is going to the atmosphere. That's a typical. See, some of the figures, most of the figures have been taken from the. Then you will have the different equipments in this type of mass burning systems. Okay, you will have storage yard, charging drain, feed hopper, grade system for burning, boiler for steam generation, scrubber for treating the the acid gas, and dust bag filter, ash quench removal. The very high temperature ash cannot be sent for landfilling. Okay, and the gas is need to go to stay. See, in many cases, you will have a refuse derived fuel. You can see that when you have a municipal waste, they are to be pelletized in the form of pellets. Okay? Or when you have gas or pyrolysis, when you are using gasification or pyrolysis, that will be used for plastic solid waste or tire waste. So I am not going to talk only about the kitchen waste or something like that. Okay? We should also talk about the plastic waste which can be utilized more economically, and the tire waste also. See, it's modular or today's-based incineration. You see, there are many incinerators which are built in very small units, only 5 to 20 tons per day, and that is used only for steam generation, because that steam it is not economical to produce electricity from there. Okay, so only steam can be generated. Under that condition, one is operated as gasifier. The gas produced is burned for the second, and the steam is produced, and that steam can be utilized for different purposes. We will come a little later. It can be utilized in different industries. As you know, the paper, cloth, and all such things need to be dried, drum dryer. Okay, steam is to be fed into the drum, and over the drum, the cloth or paper or all such things to be dried. It will pass over that. They can be dried out. The temperature is generally 900 to 1100 degrees centigrade, and the residue obtained from these types of incinerator, generally it is not more than 10%. What is to be done? It is to be sent to landfill. Next. Benefits derived from incinerator, that you can get steam, it can be utilized for food processing, drying purposes, this steam. The textile, leather, pulp and paper also. Our electricity can be sent to the local grid. But the concern is the emission of gaseous and particulate pollutants, which is to be cleaned properly and leached from contaminated soil and groundwater. You see, this is a typical flow diagram of a incineration and electricity generation system. You will always have a solid waste incinerator. You will get the flue gas. That flue gas, the temperature is very high, 900 to 1100 degrees centigrade. That can be used for generation of high pressure steam, which is used for generation of electricity turbine, steam turbine. Okay, you will get this. But the gas will go to the particulate removal system and then to stack. You can see this boiler water, which is very costly. Okay, so that does not need any further treatment. It will go directly to the boiler for further steam production, but you need to give always some quantity of make up water because of laws. Say waste fuel gasification plant. Okay. See, if you go to such a plant, you cannot see anything from outside. But whatever I told just now, the previous scale, everything will be there inside. Okay. Here, waste to energy technology in India, as I was talking about, generally biomethanation, landfill with gas recovery, and composting. These are the practices in India. But MSW, see, you can see. There is no incineration plant in India because in India, whatever the waste is obtained, that is not self-burning because it contains, you can see a lot of sweeping and all such things, they are put into the dustbin, so it contains incombustibles, so that cannot be burned. And there is one plant that was built in 1990 in Timampur near Delhi, which is not operating because under the condition under which that was built, that did not the company, the plant did not get the quality of that material, the waste for burning. It did burn, so it is not running. So you see in the Indian context, you can see the MSW, municipal solid waste, contain more than 40% inerts, organic matter 30 to 60%, plastics less than 1%, paper 3 to 7%, and calorific value 800 to 1100 kilocalories per kg. So under this condition, this cannot be burned. So that plant is not running. Okay, so it is very important that segregation of waste at the household collection point must be done. Otherwise, it will be mixed with non-combustibles and it cannot be utilized for generation of power or energy. Okay. Now, there are many plants in operation. Okay. For example, a few days back, I was observing a plant in South Korea. They are producing energy. Now, plastic wastes. You see, I was talking about that plastics can be separated from the municipal waste and we can get energy or power from that. You can see the calorific value is too high, 18,000 to 38,000 kilocalories per kg. Okay. Present research work focuses on separation of plastics from municipal solid waste and converting plastics into energy and power. This energy can be in the form of chemicals. Okay. So generally, as the previous speaker was talking about, that the plastics can be converted to different types of chemicals. Okay. And that can be utilized as blending of motor vehicles. Now, here you can see that 4% of the oil is utilized for production of plastics and 3 to 4% of energy is utilized for its processing purposes. So around 8% of petroleum is utilized for production of plastics. Now, it will be proper economical if we can convert back that plastic to fuels. Now there are different types of plastics. You have seen, we will have thermoplastics. These thermoplastics can be completely melted and new product can be formed. Okay? For example, polyethylene, polypropylene, all these things can be melted or can be dissolved and reprecipitated and we can have new products. So you can see, but thermosettings you can see the thermophenol formaldehyde, aldehydes, and you have got the cups, plates, plastic plates and all such things. Okay, so they cannot be melted and reformed. So in order to recover energy or chemicals from them, they are to be decomposed by some means. You can see the tubes, polythene bags and all such things, hydrocarbons. So you can get carbon monoxide and hydrogen, which is, I don't know whether chemical students are there. You can get synthesis gas, which is very much useful. Okay, you can convert to carbon monoxide and hydrogen. But you see in some of the nylon 6 contains nitrogen, PVC contains chlorine, but PVC cannot be cannot be gasified with P polyethylene, polypropylene, because PVC, when you treat, you get hydrogen chloride, which is corrosive and gives different types of products, okay, which will create different types of problems. So before you go for incineration or gasification, you have to separate these. You see this dioxin or chlorine. Okay? So these chlorine or oxygen, they can form dioxin, which is very much toxic, can cause cancer and different types of diseases. Okay? So these are to be separated before burning. Open burning is not advisable. Now you see, you have got different types of recycling system. Okay? Primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary recycling systems. Primary, that is used in industries. Okay? New plastics, very small plastic, when it is processing, you get lots of scrap. They can be recycled within the plant itself. That is called primary. Mechanical recycling, you have to separate all the plastics. Then you can produce different products separately. Tertiary recycling, you need not separate them. You can have combined, you can process them, cracking, reforming, and you can get different types of fuels that I was talking about. But this separation is very difficult. So mechanical recycling is too costly. So tertiary recycling, that is nowadays being more stress is being given for tertiary recycling, converting these plastics to chemicals. Okay? Then you have energy recovery incineration, which is not advisable because of this pollution and other problems. Ultimately, you need to go for landfilling the ash, which will create soil, water, and all such pollutions. Next. Okay. Now you have to get the different methods of separating plastics. Next. You can see from here the specific characteristics. So that can be used for separation of plastics by flotation process. Next. In the solvent non-solvent, I was talking about, you can also separate them. You first dissolve in xylene, for example, polypropylene, polyethylene. Dissolve in xylene, then put that solution into normal hexane. The polyethylene will separate. Okay? The polyethylene can be separated, dried, and can be again you form some other product which is be of low cost. Okay? Next. Now these are some of the visualization experiments how just plastics from municipal solid waste. Okay, so when you want to separate them, you will get this municipal solid waste can be separated into plastics, non-plastics or other combustibles, kitchen waste and all such things. And incombustibles, for example, glass wires, metals and all such things. And then they can be utilized, as I told, utilized for different processes. As I told, PVC should not be used for incineration along with polyethylene, polypropylene, because it produces hydrogen chloride, which is highly corrosive and it forms different types of toxic products. Okay. Now this thermal cracking. Now if you crack thermally, either thermal cracking or catalytic cracking. If you crack thermally, you will get different types of products, fuels. But if you use catalyst, you can reduce the temperature gradually, because say always cracking is a highly endothermic process. So you want to extract energy from these plastics, but because it is endothermic process, you need to supply energy for cracking purposes. Okay? So that is the reason that if you use catalyst, you get several advantages. The cracking will occur at lower temperature, the rate will be high, and you will get the desired product if you use the specific catalyst. Okay? These are the things I was talking about. So next, you have monomeric. So you can see from here that if you thermal cracking, you can crack polymethyl methacrylate 91 to 98%. The polymer will produce back monomer. But you see polyethylene and polypropylene, it will not produce. It will form some other products. Monomer will not form. Okay? Next. Here you can see the catalyst is FCC, and you get gas, quantity of gas, liquid and residue. You are getting, using catalyst, you are getting only 8.5% by weight of gas for LDP and like that 3.3. But if you use higher temperature, this is your 450 degrees centigrade. If you use higher temperature, you will get more gas and less liquid. So see, the gas I told that this is the percentage of gas you get, and what are the gases that has been shown here. Okay, so this is the C4, C5, C6, and these are the things you get with FCC catalyst. Next. Okay, so here we have shown a composition some of the catalysts. For the silica, alumina, zeolite, silica, alumina, how much is the percentage in a particular catalyst. Next. Here is the plasma pyrolysis technology. Now in this case, plasma pyrolysis, you use high voltage spark. You need not to separate the plastics into different plastics. Okay? You can directly use high voltage spark and get carbon dioxide and water and get energy from there. That energy can be utilized. Next. Here we have shown that with catalyst and without catalyst, okay, how much gas, liquid and residue you are getting. You see, you are getting at 400 degrees centigrade using the silica alumina catalyst, you are getting 93% liquid, but without that you have got only 0% liquid. Gas is very small. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the calculated value of waste tires. Okay. Now this waste tire, it is calculable is much less, 7,000 to 10,000 kilocalorie per kg. So that can be utilized for generation of heat and power. If you see, these are the things, natural rubber, synthetic rubber, is the percentage, steel, carbon black, and all these things are utilized for production of tires, and they can be burned to produce different chemicals and energy. Okay, so these are the classification of tire pyrolysis based on different operating conditions and environment, that is reaction environment and the heating system. Next. You have the pyrolysis reactors, different types of pyrolysis. You can see vacuum pyrolysis. You see shorter residence time, reduces undesirable heat. More and more time you are keeping the gas inside, the polymers and your breakdown of molecules, they will form. So you need to reduce the residence time as much as possible. The pyrolysis oil is higher operation, being at lower temperature, you get higher oil. Operation at higher temperature, you get less oil and more gas. Okay, constant aromatics in pyrolysis, oil increases. Concentrate. Okay, if you use vacuum pyrolysis, you get more aromatics. Aromatics is utilized for gasoline purposes. Okay, fluidized bed reactor. Okay, fluidized bed reactor. Are you familiar with all these tools? Okay, you have seen the what is that called, popcorn, whatever. Fluidized bed works like that. Okay, uniform temperature inside everywhere. But in a fixed bed, you get different temperature, lots of problems. Flash pyrolysis, plasma reactors, lots of things. Autoclave, fixed bed, rotating reactors. Okay, so you get different types of catalysts and you get different advantages. Okay, you get single aromatic compounds, sulfur content. You can see the calcium hydroxide huge that goes as calcium sulfide and all sorts of things. It goes in the charge. So in the liquid or in product, you will get less sulfur. More sulfur will go to the charge. Next. Okay, here you can see that it has been shown that either you go for landfill or metal energy recovery or regeneration of something. Catalytic thermal, if you go to pyrolysis, thermal and catalytic.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you, Krishan Kumar Singh. And now, Now, I would like to request Ms. Komal Mehna ma'am to pay a token of gratitude by memento to our Dr. Suresh Gupta sir. Thank you ma'am. Again, I request Ms. Komal Mehna ma'am to pay a token of gratitude by memento to Dr. S.K. Jana sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am and sir. Thank you all. Now this is the time to begin our next session, which is last. That is the industrial panel session. For this, I would like to call on stage Mr. Gunjan Saxena, the ITS General Manager at Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. So please come upon the stage and share your views with us.
Well, friends, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm sorry I am not a professor, so you can feel relaxed. I'm not going to give a very long lecture on any damn thing. But the thing is, I am an electronics and telecommunication engineer presently working in Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, the Department of Telecommunication. And since we'll be discussing something of telecom, so what is communication? This is the first question which comes to our mind. And the answer is communication is something which somebody is saying and other is receiving. जो मैं कह रहा हूँ वो आपको समझ आ रहा है, then it's a communication. So give a signal you are understanding.
Yes, sir.
But if you are a Belgian, this is no. See, communication is one which is perceived as it is as no, not this one. That's the one. So communication is something which is perceived as it is transmitted. So what can it be? It can be anything. Any damn thing, if it is perceived wrong, is not a proper or complete communication. See, this means thumbs up. Means work done, all okay. But at some places, आप अंगूठा दिखाओगे तो झगड़ा हो जाएगा. Go to Haryana. You will enjoy. So what was he doing for communication? He had to communicate. So how he was communicating? The caveman. What we call ulala, this, that, everything. Then communication came through drums. If you read about that phantom Vital in the Jal comics, he is the only one person which everybody is scared of. Can you tell me why? WhatsApp पे आया होगा? Because he is the only one who is wearing his underpants over his pants. So how was he communicating? in that thing the communication was through drums also. So one kabila was putting some drum here, other party was receiving that, and they were coming for the help or the rescue or whatever, right? And then smoke signals were also used for communication. Hand signs, which we have been discussing, thumbs up. What is this? Everybody understand? These are hand signals. So this is communication. Unless you do that, and communication is something which everybody should understand. अभी आपने ताली मारी, ठीक है, समझ में आ गया. That was also a hand signal. And what is this? Kabutar ja ja ja. So, and that was something. Kabutar was being used in Meghdut also. Kabutar was used in Kabutar ja ja ja. You all understand. And there is another nowadays caption on WhatsApp, वो इंद्राणी वाला. कबूतर जा चौथे प्यार की पांचवी चिट्ठी छठे को दिया. You have read on WhatsApp, you are not remembering it. Then the communication became electronic, and the first electronic communication was through these type of codes which are called Morse codes. And this was the Morse machine. For communication from one place to other, there was a single wire. Earth was used as return path, and communication was being made. And through that, the first telegram came into being. And these are basically for military use. Everything in communication was earlier developed for military use. Then came telephone. How come telephone came into being? They put another wire in place of one, and telephone came into being through Alexander Graham Bell. So first thing you use is hello. जब phone उठाते हैं बोलते हैं hello. Who was hello? You know that? Everybody is knowing this. Communication is pakka, right? In the beginning we got these type of telephones, डंडा घुमा के चलाने वाले, black phone, red phone, then good phones started coming. In your age, you have seen only good phones. I have worked on these and this, everything. And these were the exchanges. First there were manual exchanges, then astrologer exchanges, then automatic exchanges. Now we have got electronic exchanges. Now we have got IP-based exchanges. So things keep on changing. Now we are into this world, where so big an antenna is there, satellite communication, and in the meanwhile, in the parallel side, while telephony was and telegraphy was being developed, radio systems are also being developed for commercial. There is an old Purana radio, which is now being used for Man Ki Baat by Modi. And now we have this live. From this type of TV, we are onto this plasma and even wall hanging TVs and everything. So this is all innovation which is being done in telecommunication field. Every new thing which comes above the last is an innovation. So since we are discussing innovation in telecom, so everything is an innovation. Any value is added to the previous product is an innovation. Nowadays we are doing so many innovations. रोज एक नया app आता है. And what is this app? App is an innovation on already available Android platform. And what do we call app in India or in Hindi? It's a jugaad. Bharati's head, which was kept there by Krishna, and he had given him the Vardhan that you will see the Mahabharat ka yudh, and through you the entire world will know about it. So this is how it happened, and see, this was the technology which we were having with ourselves. India के पास ये technology थी. Do you remember that Karna was fighting with Arjun and he forgot a shlok, so his Brahmas did not operate? What was that Brahmas? In English we call shoulder propelled, audio coded न्यूक्लियर मिसाइल, क्योंकि शोल्डर प्रोपेल्ड धनुष से चलाते थे, ऑडियो कोडेड क्योंकि श्लोक से कोडेड था, न्यूक्लियर यानी ब्रह्मास्त्र एंड इट वाज अ मिसाइल. So we had the technology, we have forgotten it, now we have to again pakdo it, and who is going to do that? You people. Our time is gone, we are all gone. Right? आगे पीछे सब जगह देखना, everybody is gone. So now we are into the world where optical fiber is ruling the roost. So with common telephone wires, now we have switched on to optical communication, where light is being used for communicating from one place to another at very large bandwidth and very high speed, because it's light, so it's going with the speed of the light. For that we have dense wavelength modification system, we call DWDM. We modify the color of light, means the frequency of light, so we get higher bandwidth and all the requirements, but we need electronic measures, mux, demux, mux means multiplexers and demultiplexers and all these type of systems are there. Then we are getting the system. I am not going into technical details because that will become boring and time consuming both. And we do have broadband passive optical networks, so we don't need to give them power at the either side. At one side power is given and other side it is received, so it is a passive system. Something like this will be there for covering the house through BICON. Then there are Ethernet passive optical networks. This is for point-to-point and point-to-multipoint connectivities, and how the optical systems are being connected through to the houses. And see, I am telling you fast the new technologies which are in vogue. We are already having it at your home. Maybe you are having broadband through optical fiber. Then the bigger part came, free space optics. Everything should be open. Your communication should be from one chat to other chat to chat. That is free space optics, and it can be used through such type of transmitters and receivers. We are putting it at the top. But the limitations of everything. Why don't we go for only one technology? Because each technology has some limitations somewhere. Like in free space optics, there can be 2 or 3 type of obstacles. One is rain, storm, it's open, so anybody can intercept it. Privacy is a problem. Some these type of antennas are there which are, then as we were discussing, fiber to the home, FTTH. This technology has already come in, and broadband systems are working on it, and this is a very stable and theoretically infinite system. It can go up to infinite bandwidth. Then this is the same thing. And still further, what do we have? We have ATM pawns, gigabyte pawns, hybrid fiber coaxial systems, ultra high DWDM, coarse DWDM. All these types of things are going to come. And presently, what we are having is ISDN network also. These are also there, which are very good at, say, data transfer, high speed, fax, digital phone, and everything can be connected to one telephone. Since I am from telephone department, so I am going a little detail into it. Broadband, you people already know that on a simple telephone line, we are connecting the phone, the computer, and we can even connect the TV on that. So this is some configuration of that. So what is coming these days? We are into the ICT revolution, as I had already told. So ICT comprises of internet, computer, and telecommunication. All put together, they give you voice, data, TV, video, direct feed, everything transmission at one go. Right? So system becomes something like this. This is slightly complicated, so I am running fast. Then we have virtual private networks, a network of network elements which are in a group, and they are creating a virtually a private network. There is no interference of other networks, and they have fixed and faster bandwidth. For point-to-point connectivity, we are having MLLM systems and MPLS VPN systems. And this is something you do understand. It's a Wi-Fi LAN or the Wi-Fi system. Wi-Fi wo hai, which is being given by Kejriwal free of cost. Do you remember? He has won the election on this dhoka. Nothing is free in this world. There are no free lunches. You have to do something, then only you will get something. So for a metro access, we can plan and work out Wi-Fi networks, which are we are into that system. And for last mile broadband, WiMAX systems have also come in. I am running a little faster because I have been directed by a madam. That time is short and you are getting bored. LMDA systems are also coming in for backhaul hotspots and for video accesses. We can have them. These are all presently in. This is the present trend. Mobile communication, you very well know how mobile works, but you are not knowing how you are reaching 4G. I am telling you about 3G. 1G everybody knows. There was no 1G. वो सीधा 2G आया, जो 2G से पहले था वो 1G हो गया. So it was normal telephone. Right. ठीक है. In 2G came in 90s, and it was voice, small data, means SMS and audio, speech, right? Then came 2.5G. उसको 2.5G कब कहा? When 3G came, we said नहीं, there was something of 3G after 2G, so it was 2.5G. We are in Jaipur. सवा तो हर चीज में सवाई मान सिंह, सवाई माधोपुर, तो 2.5G भी है, यहाँ 1.5G है. So in 2.5G we were having GPRS and edge connectivity with us. This was the first Indian satellite INSET launching. Then other iridium system, we are already having working KU band, this band, that band, that is technical part. GPS everybody knows these days, so I am not going into detail of that. How it works, just one thing, it should be visible from some satellites. Nowadays it is at least 4 satellites should be visible, then only we can have GPS location. GPS receivers like that, now everything is having GPS. Even my car is having GPS. It was used for data creation, data capturing, these are the usages, and for first thing, it was for disaster mitigation. The best part of this communication is nowadays we can predict the storm and get something, and what further ahead is coming. I am not going into detail. Cloud services are coming, 4G mobile, you people very well know. Then OTT, over the top. It is different from OST. वो अपना आता है ना, जब समझ में आता है ओवरहेड ट्रांसमिशन हो गया. जब एक साथ पढ़ाते हैं समझ में आता है OST हो गया. This is not OST, it is OTT. Then your mobile will be used as remote. It is coming with IPv6. Smart cities, you people very well know. Jaipur is being made a smart city. What is smart city? We'll discuss some other time. I am already having the presentation for that. And our own Modi is Digital India. Digital India mein, we presume that our world will be transformed. So, wait till then.
Thank you so much, sir. To extend the second industrial lecture, I would like to request Mr. Professor XCN JVVLNL to come up on the stage and share your thoughts with us. Thank you, sir.
I am from Vidyut Prasaran Nigam. Actually, in your list, it is written JBBML, so it is RRBPML. So since I am from power sector, so I will give some overview of the power sector and the opportunities. I will try to cover the latest technological advancement and opportunities with some previous history, how power sector developed. I will not take much time because I have to finish it very fast. I think I am the last one to deliver this lecture. The principle of electricity discovered in 1820 and 1830, or invention of transformer in 1831. This I am telling you because very few people know about these backgrounds. Okay. Transformer came in 1831 and AC current in 1891, or invention of light bulb in 1870 popularized electricity. Okay. और ये कुछ back histories हैं कि how electricity came to India. Okay. और राजस्थान में in Rajasthan, BICON was the first Indian state to introduce electricity in 1886. Initially in Rajasthan, power was confined to 42 towns and the total capacity available was nearly 13.27 megawatt, which is now, I think at present it is around 15,000 megawatt in Rajasthan. Okay, demand over Rajasthan, total demand over Rajasthan is around 10,500 megawatt instantaneous. Okay, and RSEB is formed in 1957, which after reform unbundling divided into 5 companies. One is Vidyut Prasaran Nigam, RRBPNL, in which I am working. One is generating company, that is RBUNL, and 3 DISCOMs, distribution companies. Okay. These are the legal framework pre-reform era. Okay. The Electricity Supply Act came in 1948, again amended in 1948. Again, electoral law amended in 1991. Private participation allowed, and a bigger power policy came in 1995. Basically, these are made to develop power sector for attracting private sector for production. After reform or unbundling of State Electricity Board of Rajasthan, so I have told you one is transmitting company, power transmission company, that is RBPN, one is generating company, and for distribution it is Rajasthan is divided into 3 parts, that is Jaipur, Ajmer and Jaipur. Okay. For development of power sector, legal frameworks made, this is the post-reforms era scenario. Electricity Act 2003 enacted for development of power sector. These are the salient features of Electricity Act, in which generation decentralized, transmission would be central and state level. बनाए गए provision of private transmission licenses, open access in transmission from the outset, or open access in distribution is also allowed, and the trading and appellate tribunal are also created. This is the Indian power sector institutional ecosystem, how our Indian power system are working. These are the various bodies coordinating each other, and real estate sector, generation, transmission, distribution, and private discoms. Government of India, we have 400 kV system also, 220 kV system also, 132 kV system also, and it's expanding rapidly. These are the targets for this coming year. Technological advancement are coming in transmission also. We are having 765 transmission system for bulk power amplification or hybrid GIS gas insulated substation are there which require less space for build a substation. REPVRP scheme, SCADA, these are IT initiatives are there in the power sector also. Rajasthan being a desert and having solar potential, their renewable energy potential is very high in Rajasthan. In solar, around 50,000 megawatt power potential is there in solar, and we are working on it. These are the project scenario for renewable energy. NSM, National Solar Mission, we are developing solar parks for development of solar powers. These are the challenges. Thank you.
Sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Sanjay Biyani sir to pay a memento to Mr. Gunjan Saxena sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I'd like to request Biyani sir to pay a memento to Mr. Ashok Vaidya sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now, and the last but not the least, I request Ms. Komal Mehta, ma'am, the convener of this seminar, to come upon the stage and give word of thanks. Ma'am, please come upon the stage.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, one and all present here. I would like to take this opportunity to extend our sincere gratitude and appreciation to all our youth and your invaluable contribution in making this event success. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you, our director sir, Sanjay Biyani sir, our Manish Biyani sir, and the guests present here. Thank you so much to make this event successful. Thank you so much. Yes, sir? Yes, sure. Just a last word.
Okay, now after gathering all such life-changing words, views and thought by such eminent speakers, I would like to request Dr. Sanjay Biyani sir to please come upon the stage and spread positivity here by your motivational words. Sir, please.
disturbing because it is very difficult from morning 9 to 6 and still you want to listen. It shows what is the listening capacity. Tremendous. The sky is the limit for you. You all are very good listeners. Right now I am thinking we are a most powerful machine. We are most powerful instrument in this earth. You know, we had around 30 trillion cells in our body, and in every cell there is trillions or billions DNA exist. So our entire body is a unique machine, unique of what is happening. If we are thinking positive, then positive vibrations emerge in our body. And if we are thinking negative, negative vibration emerge in our body. So if we think positive, positive vibration create positive energy. And as a result, positive reality, physical positive world created. So we all are very creative. We can wonder if our thought pattern is positive, then we can create positive vibration. And we can secrete positive hormones. Neuroscience says basically our brain secretes 4 hormones. First is endorphin that give enthusiasm in our body. Second, serotonin that give happiness and positivity in our body. Third is oxytocin that is also give happiness. And fourth hormone that we are secreting, our brain secreting every moment of time is an endorphin. So we are a magical machine. We can wonder if we use our brain and heart properly. We can wonder. We all are Einstein. We all are Newton. In fact, we all are God. All the good qualities of Shiva is already exists in you. But we are searching outside. We are using 2 or 3% of our brain power. You know, the purpose of life is to explore yourself, to know every day new things. If your desire goes to the material sort of thing, you will get material only. But if your desire goes for knowledge, for searching good knowledge, then definitely your life emerges like magic. So my request is, use your brain power and heart power in a right way, because we all are very powerful, and especially girls are very, very good. Your feeling power is very good. Your observation power is very good. Observe yourself, observe outside, and get best out of it. So my request, I am proud of you because you all are very good listeners, and I am proud of you. My simple thanks to you. Thank you very much. So I feel sorry because sometimes I am not visited as frequently.